Year-old in a man's body. His IQ is probably right on the borderline.
Can you definitively say that I cannot try him because he's retarded?
No. Jeffrey, when Detectives Benson and Stabler brought you to the police station, were they nice to you? No, they were mean. How were they mean?
They said if I lied, they were going to punish me.
Where did Detective Stabler touch you?
On my shoulder. I got scared.
Is that why you told the detectives you killed Dr. Kepler?
Yeah.
Hello. I'm waiting for people to come in because I really want to share some information with you guys about purchasing a home. I purchased my first home last year. I am 30 years old. I will be 31 December. So what's to know? What's on the need to know? What should you do? If you got any questions, I can answer them the best of my ability.
Don't say that.
And when your principal asked you why you hit Chad, you said Chad hit you first. Is that correct?
Why are you being so mean?
Because you lied, Jeffrey.
So share this
You get into trouble. It's the
and
same
subscribe
thing.
if you have not already subscribed to my channel.
I am not a liar, Your Honor.
We're in recess. Counsel in my chambers right now. Your Honor, brought before the disciplinary committee for badgering Jeffrey, my client.
I feel like I'm on a chat line. Oh.
Jeffrey Linwood is your client, not his parents. I'm moving to disqualify Mr. Granger's counsel.
She's posturing.
You're a sleazebag. You're letting Jeffrey's father call the shots because he can pay you and Jeffrey can't.
It says one person
Your client has as much
is watching.
business on a
Let me
witness
see.
stand as I do riding in a rodeo. Only a horse's ass would ignore his diminished mental capacity. You're out of line, Your Honor. And you are a disgrace to the defense bar, Mr. Granger. And if you don't get your act in line, I'll grant her motion and report you to the disciplinary committee. Now get out. No, not you, Alex. You're
Hello.
not blameless in this.
The people don't have the burden to prove the defendant incompetent to stand trial.
No, you have a bigger burden. To see that justice is done.
I am. Jeffrey Linwood killed a man.
Jeffrey Linwood has the mind of a child. He can't stand up for himself.
I'm trying to figure out how I can get my live popping like everybody else's. Everybody else's live be 15 people deep, and I got one person that ain't speaking to me.
You've seen all the real world, and
That I can't even see who this one person is.
it took guts to come back, and I'm glad you did. But you can't afford to forget why you became an ADA in the first place. The Alexandra Cabot I remember wouldn't even consider rail.
Hello. I'm waiting for people to come in, and I'm going to share about purchasing a house. So I guess for the two people that I have in here, I want to start off by saying, do y'all have any questions about purchasing a house? If y'all own a house, and I'm talking about own a house, like you ain't paying no rent, you ain't paying no mortgage. I'm talking about own a house. If not, that's okay. But like I said, I'm 30 years old. Me and my husband purchased our first house last year. This is it. I'm in it right now. We are actually in the process of fixing it up right now. Now, what I want to say is that make sure you research before you purchase a house. I'm in Kentucky, so I don't know how everybody else's is, but I'm going to tell you what I had to do here because it is a learning process, okay? Let me tell you how the government wants you to be in debt, okay? Now, me and my husband bought our house for under $10,000. I'm not going to say how much we paid for it, but just know it was under $10,000. We saved up our income tax money. We went out to an auction, and they give you a paper, and they show you on the paper, like, the different houses where they at. We went online to, was it Zulily? No, not Zulily. I'm sorry, Zillow. And we looked up the houses that we felt was in our price range. Then we went to go visit the houses, and when we did that, we picked the houses that we liked, and then when we went to the auction, we paid for the houses. Well, we bid it on the houses that we wanted. So this particular time on this house that we just bought, we have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, a basement, a big backyard, and a nice front yard. I tell y'all all that to say that auctions have really nice houses. They have foreclosed homes, they have abandoned homes, they have homes that people live in. And if a home is lived in and you go to the auction and you bid on it, then you can either tell the person to rent from you, or you can tell them, get the boot and get out my house. So we had to fix up the house. Now, we're a young couple. I'm 30. My husband's 30, but I think my husband's 33, 34. He works. I stay at home with the kids, our choice. And I was calling around. I'm like, okay, can I get grants? Because we needed to fix up the house. So we came out. We cleaned up the house. We did fresh paint, pulled up all the floors. If you look back on my channel, you'll see the process of the house because we're still like going through the process right now. So we did all that. And then I was like, well, let me call and see if I can get a grant because there's grants everywhere. Don't let nobody tell you there ain't no grant. Find where the grants is. So I called and I called around. I got in touch with somebody and it was like, yeah, we have a grant. We have a $10,000 grant right now. How long have you been living in your house? I said, well, I haven't moved in yet. That's why I'm calling about the grant. And it was like, well, you have to live in your house for a year in order to get this $10,000 grant. Why did nobody not tell me that? So we came, we cleaned up the house, we fixed the house, and we got it to be able to be livable. Okay. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, so we made it livable. We moved in last October. Was it September? October. One of the two. We moved in. And so we started getting fined. And we got fined because the outside of our house is not up to par. So like the siding, like some of the siding on our house is off. Our steps, the previous owners messed up the steps. On the side of our house this way, the previous owners removed the steps off the side of our house. So it's a lot. So we just kept getting fines. And when I tell you fines, I'm not talking about no little cutesy $20 fines. I'm talking about in the hundreds, almost $1,000 fines. And I'm like, okay, why did nobody share this information with me? Why did nobody not tell me that, a certain part has to be finished? We thought, okay, maybe if we finish the inside first, then we'll do the outside and, whatever. No, you have to have the outside of your house done first because what it does is it helps the property value. Who knew? Nobody shared that information. So after that, I was like, okay, so we moved in, we fixed it up and whatever. So I called to get homeowners insurance. And please subscribe to my channel. I talk about everything. So I called to get homeowners insurance. I was able to get homeowners insurance. It wasn't a bad price. I think it was like $100 or something a month. So I'm paying the $100 a month. And then all of a sudden they took the homeowners insurance from me. And I'm like, well, what's up? Why y'all do that? And it was like, oh, you're going to have to pay this. And the outside of your house ain't fixed. So I'm like, okay, the outside of my house is not fixed. And y'all not willing to give me a grant to fix the outside of my house. They want me to take a loan out. Guys, okay, when I spoke to that person about the grant and how can I find grants, they was like, do you own your house? I was like, yeah, we outright bought the house. So I don't owe any money on this house. And it was like, oh, well, we commend you for being a young Black couple and, buying your own house. But if you owe money on that house, you'll be eligible for a grant. Why should I have to owe money on my house in order to get a grant? Bogus. You hear me? Bogus. That's how debt is. Instead of y'all being like, okay, you own your house, you don't owe no money. Here, we'll give you this grant. Do what you need to do with this grant. No, they want me to owe money on my house in order for them to give me a grant, or you can take out a loan. I don't want to take out a loan. So what I'm gonna tell y'all to do, call around to your local councilman in your area, whatever area you're in. They have money. The government has money for certain things. Call them and find out what money is in your district. Like, I called the council, my councilwoman the other day, and she told me that there's no more money in my district for fixing up my house, but they have money in my district for if I want to open up a business, which I do want to open up a business, but you know. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Now, make sure if you do take out a loan, watch the percentages. I'm sorry, I'm watching a movie too. Watch the percentage that it is, because I found one that it's a loan, but it's a 1%. So, you know, I only got to pay back like 1%. I don't have to pay back 50 or 20 or whatever. The interest is 1%. But that loan is for rural areas, you know, the outskirts, because I live in the city. So the outskirts, like the little hick towns, they get grants, they get good loans. So it's a lot that goes into this. But if I was you, I wouldn't buy no house. Don't let these YouTubers fool you and telling y'all that they buying their houses and they moving out within 2 days of breaking up with their YouTube boo. Dude, don't let them set you up like that, because that's what they're doing. They're setting you up and setting y'all kids up. If these are adults watching me, they're setting y'all kids up, making them think that, oh, this YouTube money, you get this YouTube money, you can go out and buy a house. They are the most dumbest kids I have ever witnessed in my life. These YouTube people, because they go out, they buy these they rent these multi-million-dollar houses instead of buying a house, fixing it up, and ain't gotta worry about nothing. Got something to pass down to their kids. They are renting these houses, but telling everybody on social media that they're buying the houses. It's a lie. Hate to say it, it's a lie. So if you have any questions, ask me. What you want? Okay, we'll go to the bathroom. I have 2 people watching me that is not really saying anything. I don't know if y'all like listening or not. So
Hey, what now? We all going to Disneyland?
Hey, let's not pack our bags just yet. Dale, how tall would you say that our victims are?
Sidebar, I'd say she's about 5'1", he's 5'6" tops.
So which one's head?
do y'all have any questions?
All the way up here at 5 feet 11 inches.
Oh, and the gun, Dale. What hand is that dead guy having? Right. Now check out the belt in his pants. What side does he have the cell phone clipped to? Left side. Consistent with the left-handed person. As is the direction that he buckles his belt. Wait, you guys think someone else murdered?
I'm trying to be as informative as possible, but y'all kind of just like watching me and not saying anything.
So can we get away with it, huh?
I was told if I went live, I could get some subscribers. Well, I guess I'm going to end this video because no one's talking or asking any questions. Hopefully, I'll do another one with more information about housing or purchasing a house. My best advice is, if you're purchasing a house, buy it outright. I don't care if the house is $2,000, $4,000, $10,000, $15,000. Buy the house outright. Do not have a mortgage, because the mortgage is just like paying rent. There's nothing like waking up in the morning on the first of the month and not having to have a heart attack because you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have no money and I can't pay my rent today, or I'm gonna be late on my rent. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I moved in here, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have no money. I done spent all my money on this house. I can't pay rent. And I was like, I almost had to go to the hospital because I was like, dude, this is ridiculous. And then come to find out, I own it. It's mine. I don't have to pay mortgage every month. I just have to pay taxes at the end of the year. Now, I do have to pay on this property stuff about fixing my house, but I mean, other than that, once I'm done paying with that, don't owe nobody nothing. So I'm going to continue to look for grants. I found a couple, but the door's closed on the grants right now. I'm going to call Job Corps and get some information from Job Corps. And I'm in this video. Thank you for the 2 people who tuned in to even listen to me but not communicate with me. I appreciate it. All my subscribers, all my new subscribers, I appreciate it. Right now, I am trying to decide what I want my content to be. Right now on my page, me and my family, me and my husband and my kids, we just travel a lot. So I usually just vlog us traveling. And thank you for joining me.
Oh, I call me Birdie.